Let's take a closer look at SimView now. SimView is the simulator that randomly generates patients, and you can use this to study how different kinds of waiting lists produce different waiting times, and to look at the effect of different styles of booking patients on the waiting times that you're going to experience. Before you start the simulator, you have access to all of the controls. Down the left here, you can control the rate that patients are being added to the list and how much variability there is week to week. You can control what the starting size of the waiting list is, the proportion of urgent patients and how quickly urgent patients are seen, to what extent the urgents are predictable. You can change the cancellation rate. This is the rate that individual patients are cancelled, and also the percentage of entire sessions that are cancelled. The percentage of patients that are removed for reasons other than activity, and the proportion that are suspended or paused from the waiting list to return later. And you can choose whether you have a fully booked service where all patients are given a booking as soon as possible, and how many weeks worth of slots the routine patients get a choice of. You can also switch that to partially booked and how far ahead the partially booked service is running. Under booking tactics, you can control how the patients are being booked, how many slots per week are being made available, and what proportion of them are urgent. If you leave it at auto, it will automatically put in an optimum value for that, but you can change these to particular values if you want, and then return to auto by clicking the star. Searching for urgent slots, you can choose whether urgent slots are being looked for forwards or backwards in time. Backwards is the best. I won't go through all of these in great detail because they're explained more thoroughly in the research white paper number 1, which you can download from the publication section of the Guru website. The only thing I will say is that if you change from fully booked to partially booked, you should also switch off this one here so that routines can no longer be booked into urgent slots. That is the best setting when you're running a partially booked service. If you return to fully booked, then click that and click that to allow rebooking into urgent slots. Over here we have the demerit scores. These are the same demerit scores as are described in research white paper number 1, and this gives you an overview of the performance of the system. That's the start button, and the delay box tells you how long it takes in tenths of a second from one patient to the next. So 50 means that each patient takes 5 seconds, and if you change it to say 10, then it'll be 1 second per patient.